What's going on, guys? It is officially 9:21, and I officially crossed over the $1 million a month mark. This is the first time in my entire life that I made $1 million in a month. $1 million in a 30-day period. Now, people may wonder, why do I have this business channel if I haven't made $1 million a month yet? To be honest, over the last 6 years, I've made 400,000, 600,000, 800,000, 900,000, 300,000, 100,000, right? Like 50,000, 424, right? I've done every single number you can imagine that was under a million. And you know how they talk about like close but no cigar, or always the bridesmaid but never the bride? That's how I felt. And it got to a certain point in time where I was stagnant for a while. So I want you guys to watch this video. This is a raw video to kind of give you guys some feedback. I am in my penthouse right now, and I want to celebrate. And the only thing I can think of in terms of celebrating is ordering me a steak and then going to play basketball, right? Because I started this whole thing stopping playing basketball. I was playing college basketball, and then I stopped. Somebody must have just scored because it's the World Cup. And I'm gonna sound just like one of those gurus online. I swear I am when I say this, and I'm not trying to, but like I hear there's like a big like bar like right outside my penthouse, and I hear everybody screaming right now. So I'm assuming they're watching the World Cup. And I'm gonna sound, oh my gosh, I'm gonna sound so stupid, but like I am alone in my penthouse, and I just made $1 million a month, and there's people across the street who are struggling with what they got going on, and they're focused on getting drunk watching a soccer game, right? And that's not to throw, rocks when I live in a glass house. I remember in 2019 when I had no money, and it was the Warriors and the Raptors playing in the finals, and I had no money. And guess what I did? I worked. And I was someone who like religiously watched every single NBA finals like every single year. But that year was like, no, we gotta make something happen, right? So I'm not trying to throw shade. I literally live what I'm preaching, basically. But in terms of business, it's that like I really, really, really felt stagnant for years. And I want to tell you guys how to break out of that if you feel stagnant right now. And this is like advice to even my younger self. Like, video number one on this channel is like hiring A+ talent, and I can't speak on that enough, right? Because that does so much to your overall business. Is that it sounds cliche, but the issue with me was that like I ran kind of like small, lean teams, right? A lot of times it'd be 4 people, 6 people, 5, back to 4, maybe 7, then back to 4, right? There was only one time where we ever had maybe like 10 or 11 people in Slack, but like it really was like a core 4 and maybe like 2 or 3 others, right? The issue with that, if you're a business owner, is that you know how they always talk all the time. I saw this video actually by Emma Grede, Grede. I don't know if I'm saying her last name correctly, but she made a video where she said how you got to $100,000 a month won't get you to $1 million a month. And then how you get to $1 million a month won't get you to 10 million. And then, 100 million, and so on and so forth. And I remember Bailey sending that to me. This was like 3 years ago, right? Because believe it or not, Bailey was the main person saying, we have to start fresh. We have to, move on from the current team that we have. We love them to death, but like we can't grow if we still have them. And she wasn't saying that because they're just bad people. No, like believe it or not, like all of them, well, most of them were like really cool. Like, I mean, like really good human beings. But what I realized was that like a lot of the times we would self-sabotage our own business. Here's an example. If you are in the trenches with someone for 10 years straight, 15 years, 17 years, 4 years, and in my case, 5 or 6 years, and you have a need for the business, or someone is currently doing something for the business, do you know how crazy it looks to literally go and be like, oh, I have this new person I'm hiring, they're going to take over your role and I'm going to put you over here? Or, yeah, I'm bringing this new person on and your salary is here even though you've been here for 5 years and this new person is here, right? Like, it causes chaos, and you may think, oh no, it won't. It did. I'm living proof of that. I remember there was a point in time someone on my team literally got upset and was like, I'm tired of people coming here and walking into high salary roles. When I started out, I was at 2,000 a month and I had to work my way up. And at the time, I was like, you're right. Let me just get rid of these people and like everybody can start and then work their way up. But like the older 31-year-old who is now officially making $1 million a month would tell that person, and the person meaning me, like my younger self, my younger CEO days, is that like, well, not everyone does the same exact thing. Two, when that happened, we were like a young company, like we were a year old, less than a year old at that time, whereas like now we're like 6, 7 years in, like we need bigger talent. So a lot of times it's not as simple as, oh yeah, the talent can come with you like that you currently have because we all can, be a family or they can learn. It's not that. It's just everybody has an ego. Not saying like your current team. I mean, like everybody in this world has like a little bit of ego. Even your own mother has an ego when it comes to some things. It could be, her kids. It can be, her spot at the golf club or the mom group. Like everybody has an ego about something. And I learned that some teammates who have been around for a while will have an ego about hierarchy or placement, or they don't want to take orders from anybody that isn't me because I'm the CEO. So for me, I had to get rid of my entire team and I just started from scratch. And I had the freedom and the flexibility to hire people with no ego, right? I only kept one person. And I said to even my former team, I always said, hey guys, if I just had 60 to 90 days to just revamp the business, I promise you, in those 60 to 90 days, the business will do a complete 180. We will strike gold, and we will get to a point to where we're not doing 200K or 300K or 100K or 400K. We're doing a million, 1.5, 2 million a month, let alone 1.3. And my goal was to always do that and bring them back. It's just unfortunate that I didn't bring them back because I found out people were talking behind my back, like in a negative way. So I was like, okay, I'll just move on without you guys. But I had all intents and purposes on bringing everybody back, right? But that's key number one, right? Key number two is you have to have systems. So for me, I never had a system over the last 6 years. We were always predicated on launches or discounts. What does that mean? That means like outside of discounts, maybe our average month was anywhere from 200K to maybe 350K. Outside of discounts, meaning like Black Friday discount, Christmas discount, my birthday discount, like, oh, my program is $2,000, but like for the next 2 weeks is $799, right? Like those don't count because you can sell anybody on those discounts. It's a discount, right? Like I had this canvas that I wanted to buy on my wall, and mind you, I am like, we're talking about me making $1 million a month here, but like I'm not gonna overpay for anything. And like the canvas was like 72 by 40, so it's a really, really, really big canvas, right? But they were trying to charge like I think like $900 or $1,000 for it, and I'm like, I'll pay it, but like that seems like a lot. It just so happens I waited a week and they did this massive sale to where it was like, oh, now it's $500. I bought it in 2 seconds, right? So like those discounts don't really count because anybody can buy during a discount. So I don't really count those months. But like outside of those like discounts, because the discounts would bring us to 600,000 a month, 700,000, things like that. Or like a launch, like a boot camp launch would do 400,000, 350, 500, like, and even in the 2021 days, 800,000, right? Outside of those, it was just like, what is our actual system? If you're a business owner, you got to figure out what is like the actual funnel that I'm doing for my business to bring an actual system. And for me, I had my month in May where that was just like a restructuring month. So everybody who was new, who was brought on, we brought on like a world-class sales team with like 14 closers and like a setter. We brought on a paid ads team. We brought on someone for email and SMS who's been doing this for years and made millions on his own. We brought in a COO who's been a COO for multiple, 8-figure companies. We brought in a lot of people, right? We brought on like world-class customer support reps. Like we brought on like an actual personal assistant and not someone from the Philippines. We brought someone on who literally was gonna like work nonstop, like a bull, like literally just knocking things out and clearing things. And while that may seem like a lot of overhead, like you may gotta pay a lot of overhead to get to $1 million a month, right? Like you can't just go lean all the time. Yeah, maybe if you have a startup and it's AI based and it's like a 1-person company, a 3-person company, yeah, you can deploy agents like AI agents to like do the work. But if you're selling info, you got to get the people out there so that you can do what you're best at, right? So for me, implementing a system, right? Like I literally implementing a system with my team. May was about implementing that system. And then June, like again, it is somebody just scored again just now. They are screaming. This is what I mean where it's like, listen, I don't have anything against soccer. Trust me. Like I like soccer. It's just that like after tonight, then what? Tomorrow, it's like what LeBron said in 2011. Tomorrow comes and you got to live the same exact life that you lived this morning. And I think that a lot of people put so much energy on Donald Trump is the president, or no, it's the Democrats, or no, like people are against me, or no, there's systemic racism, and here's the thing, like some of those things I actually understand and believe. I do believe like there is a world where like you pull a black guy over, a cop is going to be more apprehensive than if you pull the white guy over, right? So I'm not trying to hear talk black and whites, right? But I do believe we're free to make those choices. I am a black man in America and I just crossed over $1 million a month. We have these choices. I did not grow up with a silver spoon in my mouth. I grew up in a homeless shelter, right? Ages 6, ages 7, ages 13, then sleeping on family members' couches throughout those years. So like, if I did it, everybody can do it. The reason I'm bringing that up is because, again, they keep screaming because somebody just scored. I don't know what it is. Maybe I'll put it in the description, like what it was, but I heard 2 screams in a matter of 10 minutes. So I don't know what game that is, but something happened, right? Neither here nor there. The point I'm trying to make is you can make it like no matter where you are. Back to my original point, it's May we deployed those systems, and then June we just started to go crazy. And we really hammered things home, and it's like we just crossed $1 million in a single month. And people may ask, what's the like current funnel that I have for my business? That's another video that I'll do, but I'll kind of like do it quickly here to summarize, and then I'll make like a full-on video about it, right? So right now, there's a few funnels that we have, right? We have a paid side and our organic side. Those are 2 different sides, right? On the organic side, I have like a vault. If you type Swaggy's vault, every single every single regular video that I've created on YouTube and across all of my courses, I put it in this vault where people had to just, give me their first name, last name, email, phone number, and they can watch all the videos for free. Like they can watch all, like, what people don't realize, yes, like having your videos on YouTube makes sense and these videos go on YouTube. But like if you're big, like you have like 1 million subscribers, 600K, 500K, like what stops you from creating your own vault so your videos can be on there? The reason I say that's because now it's cool to have some videos on YouTube like I have so you can like have searchability and people can find you. But like for your core audience, the reason why I created my own vault is not because I'm trying to go against YouTube, no, but because in front of my videos, people like are trying to protect their AdSense, like people who do YouTube, right? For me, it was like, well, no, I would rather put that on my own vault. And then in front of every single video, and in the middle of these videos, I'd rather shoot, like me go to the studio and film a 20-second ad, a 30-second ad about my services, my paid services. So that before every single video they watch, and in the middle of every single video, and at the end of every single video, they see a 10 to 15-second ad. Why not? Because on YouTube, they're gonna see a 15-second ad about Base 44 or Cetaphil, right? In terms of like lotion or like, the NBA. They're gonna see commercials about something. Why are you not having commercials about yourself? So that is the funnel, and then we have those things. In the description, we have, we have a book a call funnel for people to book a call. We have our next boot camp, so people can sign up, whether it's a month from now, 2 months from now, 6 weeks from now. And for people who watch the videos, to those who don't click any of those descriptions, we have a sales team who reaches out to every single person who is watching the videos. Hey, I saw you watch 5 videos in the last week, and you stopped, and you haven't watched the video in a week. Is everything okay? Like, do you need any help with anything? Do you want to learn directly from Swaggy? And if they say no, then no. We don't push them or pressure them. But you find that there's a lot of people who really want to learn directly from you. They just need a conversation. And you're so busy, like talking to my younger self, you're so busy you can't even have a conversation with them or deploy people to have conversation with them. All you have is a mini chat funnel on Instagram and thinking that's gonna do it. That's part of the equation. But you gotta have funnels everywhere, people to reach out everywhere, right? And then on the paid ad side, it's a similar thing, but instead of a free vault for the paid ad side, because we can target people based on income and only target a specific group, we have like a $27 low ticket program, and then an ascension funnel to like $97, and then see if they really want to learn directly one-on-one, right? And I always tell people, like, you need to have like an ultra high ticket, right? Because for me, for so long, I always did low ticket, and then even when I did high ticket, it was like the highest I went was like $10,000 or $12,000, and then I think 2 months ago I was like, you know what? I'm gonna launch a $20,000 to $25,000 offer, and believe it or not, I've made more money off that offer in 2 months than the last year over the 10K offer. It's like, oh, so you attract a different audience. So I just want you guys to know that the book 10X is easier than 2X changed my life because it like allowed me to think, outside the box. And I want you guys to realize the exact same thing where, I always wanted to get $1 million a month. And today is June 30th at 9:37, and I officially did it. And I want you guys to know it's a lot easier than you think. You just have to think outside the box and do things you normally wouldn't do. It's gonna take some risk. Like, do I think that 2 months ago that I could have gotten here? No, but I knew if I had 60 to 90 days to myself, like just isolated, or maybe with just that one person, but just really to myself, I knew I could turn the business around. A lot of times you guys are bottled by opinions, family members, friends, contractors, employees, whoever it may be. Whereas like if you just isolated yourself for 2 to 3 months, you could turn your entire life around. Stop listening to the noise. It's all noise. Tell those people you'll come back at another time, whether it's your friends, family. I just need 2 to 3 months of isolation and I'll figure it out, because I figured it out. And now we're not looking at 200K months anymore. There was like the fact that there was ever a month last year where we would do a 400K month, and then the very next month we'd do like a 50K month. And people on my team thought that was cool and no big deal. Nobody raised any alarms. Nobody would text me on Slack and be like, hey, yo, Swag, last month we did 400,000. This month we're aiming for 54K. What do we gotta do? We gotta overhaul a lot. I had to bring it up like, yo, this is unacceptable. Why are we doing 400K last month and then 50K this month? No, we need systems in place. And that's when I realized, okay, I gotta get rid of damn near everybody here and like figure this thing out. And I figured it out. And the last 2 months have been really, really ridiculous. Like extremely ridiculous, right? Like last month we had the new team on for what, maybe 13 days, maybe 17 days, right? And that was an indication that this month was to come, because we did a lot of money, right? But it was our starting month. And then when we had a full month of June, oh, $1 million, right? So guys, I just want to let you know that go out and chase. Like, and for me, it's multiple streams of income, right? That wasn't just from one income. It's multiple streams that got to that $1 million a month. So if you're a business owner, change things up, hire talent, A+ talent, isolate yourself, offer a new product, reread $100 million offers and $100 million leads by Alex Hormozi, and the 10X is easier than 2X. Because again, every time I read $100 million offers, it's like randomly in that book, I'll get an idea for a new offer. And that's how I got my latest offer, right? So you always want to give value to the customer, right? You don't want to sell them fluff. You want to give them value. And if you can figure out the best way to give them value without killing yourself, you will make a whole lot of money. And that's what I'm doing right now. So I hope this video motivated you guys. It's a raw video. We don't have much B-roll here. It's just, I just want to give you guys value because this is a really amazing night for me. And I'm looking forward to many more months of this. Later.